Alright, we got the valve cover stripped down. So when I originally did this thing, I did it all with this wrinkle black, which looks really cool. Did the manifold and like the whole thing, right? Well, I'm gonna make a bold choice. Boom. Aluminum silver. Huh? And that's gonna be for like everything. I even got a chrome breather to go on there. So I think this is gonna look cool, but I gotta get the old black paint off first. Also, before I get into it, I still have the 22R. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with it now. Since the car it was going in is getting sold, I'm kinda at a loss. I got a 22R engine and nothing to put it in, so I need to find something to put this in. Right, so I'm gonna strip off and we'll go from there. How do you do this without getting this stuff everywhere? I guess just, glob it? Why is it red? It looks angry. Oh, it smells angry. This stuff claims to be like a really fast paint stripper. We'll see. Oh man, the polished lettering, that might come back. We'll see. I kind of hope it does, because I really like the polished lettering. Man, this stuff smells angry. It's okay, I'm in a well-ventilated, enclosed space. So, anyway, what made me go with the idea of doing the silver? I think silver's gonna look cool in this thing. The black was cool. I've gone through the black engine phase. Now I wanna go silver. We're done with the first coat done, and I forgot how nice the aluminum looks under there. One little treasure that I found was from years back. Wrote the kilometerage and wrote the lash that was there. So I remember doing this years ago. This was when I first bought this vehicle, when I first bought the car, I measured the lash on all of the rockers before adjusting them, because I wanted to see where it was. And I had a pen in my hand, and the only thing to write on was the rocker cover. So I wrote the lash on the rocker cover. That's what it was at these kilometers. The thing has got way more kilometers than that. But yeah, nice little piece of history there. That's needs another going, but it's gonna look bitchin'. All right, I'm gonna keep cleaning. This is like pouring really angry barbecue sauce on a metallic steak. Sloppy, my onion, nice and sloppy like. Problem is, oh well, I've got 2 brain cells. Both of them are fighting for 3rd place. Alright, I'm going to take this barbecued steak, stick it in the smoker for another 12 hours on low temperature and let it smoke, and I'll come back to it. Yeah, this was a bold choice. Honestly though, I think it'll look fine. I think it's going to look cool anyway. Also, we moved on to the lower. The current problem is this is still black, and we don't want it to be black anymore. We want it to be silver, right? And I'm thinking I'm going to redo my fuel rail. I did it pink last time. Definitely going to redo that, I think. Just bright pink fuel rail on the silver. I don't know, man. I think it looks cool. So I'm going to mix up some of the barbecue sauce of death, and yeah. Whew. Tell you, Satan's barbecue sauce. She does a job. Whew. This stuff has some stank to it, but yeah, it's effective. It's effective. Not cheap, but whew. I don't know what's taken more off, the paint or my skin. Right, part 2. Putting the manifolds and all that back together for the I TEC. I'm gonna order some bigger injectors because the 270s are they're too small. not gotten too far, just got the sensors in. So yeah, let's go ahead. And well, that's a little time lapse, I guess, or a little edit. So we got the lower manifold together. I'm kind of annoyed because some of the cleaner from the fucking words air by whatever it is. Some of the cleaner dropped onto the paint and bubbled it, so that's a little annoying. But it's only one little spot, so what can you do? If it hasn't become obvious on camera yet, the silver isn't just pure silver. There's actually a hint of purple fleck through all of the silver. Way easier to see on this upper plenum. And I've polished the badge there because, you know, why not? So yeah, lower is done. Got our injectors in, fuel rails all tightened up, and the igniter module. So what's really left is to lay the electrics all through this, plug everything in, and hope I didn't break anything. Right, well, I've had to move back inside the shed because the sunlight is just brutal. It's like 50 degrees, it feels like. What we're up to is getting the electrics going. We've got the layer control valve, whatever it's called, igniter. Everything's in, it's just a matter of wiring this beast up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Alright, well, I've got the wiring harness all cleaned, ready to go. Out the bottom, like so. Alright, those are just for temp sensors and the other thing. That's one fuel injector done. I really like the way this fuel rail came out, so I don't want to scratch it. So number 4. And there we go. See, now number 2 is going to give me some headache. There we go. Right. That's the hardest ones to do. This one needs to come to the top like this. That's for the ignition coil. This one down here, the big one, cam sensor. This guy, I need to try and... ideally I should have actually plugged that one in first. That one that I'm messing with is for the igniter module. It needs to go through there. But between the spark plugs. Oh god. Not the spark plugs, the injectors, I mean. Needs to go through the injectors and down into the igniter module right there. It's in a very tight spot. These, some guys will say these igniter modules are prone to failure, but in my experience, they're not the thing that fails. It's the other stuff that tends to fail on these. Yeah. We are most of the way there. It's crazy to think that, you know, back in the 80s, this was all that you needed to run fuel injection. And today we need a billion different computers just to start the engine. Realistically, the next thing for me to do is to put the top on so I can do the rest of the wiring. These are the manifolds that have been port matched, so when we port match these ZEs, for those who don't quite, or for those who wonder about these engines, this opening right here doesn't always line up properly with the plenum that sits on top. And so, like, you got two holes, but what essentially happens is they can sometimes be slightly off, and you end up with a situation, you know, kind of like where the holes are not perfectly lined up. So the air racing through has to sort of hit a sharp edge, which creates turbulence. You're not trying to open these up too much. They do open up a little bit, but it's more making sure that they line up properly, which will just improve airflow. Alright, well, I've got the hardware to hold all this together, but if you guys follow me on my TikTok, you know that I'm not going to use a crusty looking fastener like this. I'm going to just tidy these up. And there we go. Some clean hardware. That doesn't take too long, just, you know, wire brush and some cleaner. Right. So, as you guys will see, I've also done this with the same, like, purpley, chromey silver color. It's so cool. I love it. It looks so good in the sun, too. Gaskets are in. Everything's looking good. Right. Boat. Let's just get all three in this side. Now, and I do need to be careful of this, because when I took this manifold down, I actually noticed some of these were loose, which was a bit disconcerting. So hopefully not to have a repeat of that. These I TEC systems, there's not a lot of metal in them, but the metal that is in them is thick and heavy. Okay, once again, for the second time, that is my I TEC, fully rebuilt, ready to go. This is beginning to get old, rebuilding this thing, but in fairness, I didn't have to rebuild it this time. I just, I wanted to, because this thing was black for the longest time, and I don't know, I wanted to try something different. Alright, there we go. Look at that thing. That is, like, that is just artwork right there. Apart from where I screwed the paint up. That's on me. But, there we go. The I TEC is assembled. Oh man, that's heavy. Like, seriously, these things are heavy. But, yeah. I think... Can I catch it in the sun? There we go. There's that pink that's in the silver. That is so cool. So sparkly. That's gonna look way too awesome in way too not awesome of an engine bay. Man, this engine bay is garbage. I need to redo it. Should I do this in the same silvery pinky finish? Should I take all this wiring out and just repaint this engine bay? No, I need to get this car running. Oh, but I really want to. Alright. I think, with that all being said, that concludes... I think this is part 1 of that manifold rebuild. Part 2 will be going onto the cylinder head, and the cylinder head onto the engine. My goal really was to try and have this thing running today, but I just ended up having too many things to do, so hopefully, next weekend I can have this thing running. Man, that looks so good. Oh, I love it. God, I love it. That just looks so cool. Alright, peace out everyone.